Hello everybody, it's Aaron. Welcome back to Feed the Beast. It's a Direwolf20, and I put together a little witch spawner just to get the glowstone. Turns out I have finally, I actually went to the nether, so glowstone, not a big deal. What it is, it's a couple of punji sticks down there. Well, 5 of them. And I used the existing water from the little pond over here. I just kind of let it run down, and it's not as big of an area as it could be, but it's gotten me enough glowstone to do some things that I need to do. I did a little bit of work on the base. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be here too long. The grass color is starting to kind of get to me, and I mean, I really like the saplings. I was hoping I could silk touch the grass, but I don't know if it's just one of those things where the grass shows this color in this biome or what. So we have a little bit of a base. I did the floor. I hung some lights. They're not really attached to anything, and I'm not a huge fan of floating blocks, but it's not that big of a deal. So this is super slow. We need to make overclockers. I think we need to do that pretty quick. I've made a list of other things we need to do. We need to make a chunk loader, especially a coke oven, which I meant to do last episode. I just forgot about. I cooked up all the bricks and I got all the sand, but I forgot all about it. Interestingly enough, I discovered that you can actually pump RF through the IC2 cable into machines and stuff. So if you wanted to, man, these Endermen. If you wanted to kind of circumvent the IC2 power generation, you could definitely do that. The first thing we need to do is cook an ender pearl, make some end stone. I traded some emeralds for an ender lily because I haven't found any. So we have one ender lily to plant. I traded more emeralds for some more ender pearls. The fortune in extreme hills just really gives us a bunch of stuff. We're doing okay on ores, or ingots rather. Still not finding that much lead, but that's probably okay right now. This is my auto processor. It's pretty ghetto, but essentially I just throw whatever ores I mine in here. I don't usually end up with multiple stacks of things, and I pull them out of the side, and then they go into the top of this iron furnace, and it feeds charcoal from this chest, which I also have cooking from this chest. I knocked down another mega rubber tree. I filled up a barrel and then some. We have all the stuff. So what we need to do very quickly, I want to show you an easy way to get obsidian. Obviously, you can use an igneous extruder. You can mine it by hand, or we can go to the nether. I put my portal down here hoping I'd end up pretty close to the lava level of the nether, and I think it's close enough. But how we're going to do this, let me figure out where I am. There are these pools of blood that spawn in the nether, and you can dump that blood on lava and turn it into obsidian, and you can either quarry it or, you know, get it however way you want. I want to use a turtle, so we'll grab a bucket of this. You see, if you drop it, it runs like water. So unlike water in the nether, which evaporates as soon as you place it, the blood does not. So it actually comes in really handy. Let's just see. I was hoping we could just wash him down there. No such luck. And now there's probably not enough lava to knock him into. Alright, that'll work for me. So we'll leave the blood here. We'll get a bucket of lava. we will take our turtle. We need to name him. We need to refuel him. I made him a mining turtle, right? Okay. Plenty of fuel. We're going to take our blood bucket. Probably dump it like right here. And we'll just excavate 3 for now. So this is a really easy way to get obsidian if you need it. And we need it. I made this hammer out of bronze, which I totally forgot you can just craft out of tin and copper ingots. It's really slow, but it has pretty good durability, which is why I made it. I'm going to need to melt down some aluminum, iron, and obsidian to make alumite, which is much faster and pretty durable. So I don't remember how far down this goes, unfortunately. But we're going to end up with quite a bit of obsidian from this and very minimal effort. Like I said a minute ago, I actually like to bring a quarry here, dump down a bucket of blood, and just let the quarry take out however much I needed to take out. So as soon as I see this guy, it looks like he's down to soul sand. I'm going to go get him, and I'll meet you back at the base. Okay, here we are back in the base. We got 250 millibuckets of resonant ender. It is 50 millibuckets per. And we ended up with a little over a stack of obsidian, which is perfect for me. I went ahead, I made all the casts I'm going to need. I actually made a slime crystal lumber axe to take down that mega rubber thing, since my stone axe didn't have enough durability. The slime one worked just fine, even though it was pretty slow. I think I messed up. I definitely messed up. I'm going to have to pipe that out of there and do it later. I'm not going to mess with it right now. So we've got a few end stone. We can now plant one of our ender lilies. Of course, you can plant it on dirt or grass. Well, I think both. Definitely dirt. It just grows way faster on end stone. So that's why I wanted to do that. And let me file away some of this junk. Okay, so I am going to make the chunk loader on my own. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. It's easy. We'll make a couple of enchantment tables. One will be a chunk loader, one will be an actual enchantment table for armor and stuff. And what we need to make today, I actually made the wrench already because I had a problem. This thing was not getting power even though the bat box was full. And I think it's just an IC2 bug. I had to remove the machine and replace it. I tried spinning the bat box, but it didn't help. So we need to make the canning machine, the fluid canning machine. There are 2 of them. There's the fluid solid one and the solid one. We need this one. And we're also going to need the metal former. We need to get this going while I'm working on that stuff. See, this is just too slow. I cannot deal with it. Let me go ahead and grab these while I notice them. I've been having some issues lately. Whenever I turn, I get a lot of frame lag for some reason. And I just noticed it started last night when I was streaming in single player. But it's really starting to get kind of annoying. So I'm going to craft these on my own. I'll show you the recipe for these. This one, it's just tin plates, or tin casings, which we know how to make, a machine casing, and electronic circuit. The metal former, it's a little different. We have to make a couple of the toolboxes, which is pretty easy. It just takes a little while to make the stuff. And then the coils, which is also easy, just takes a little while to craft. It's very involved. So let me make these things, and hopefully the lapis will be done by then. We're going to need at least a stack of this, and then we'll make some overclockers. I hope we can make them this episode. We should be able to make at least one, hopefully two. So let me craft these things, and I'll meet you guys back here in just a second. Alright guys, for some reason I thought we were going to need the metal former for this. I don't think we actually will, but it's not a bad machine to have. It'll make plates and casings and wires without having to use a hammer and cutters. It just kind of saves tool durability. You use a little bit of power instead. So our fluid canning machine, this is what we're going to need to make the 10K coolant cells. I'm not generating any energy. I was going to move this stuff around before I realized we don't need this right now. So I'm just going to put it on top of it for the moment. And we'll just throw about a half a stack of charcoal in it. We got power good. This has a few different modes. We're going to need this one. So let's see if this works out like it's supposed to. I did it a little differently in testing because, you know, unlimited resources in creative mode. That only gets me one cell. That's not good enough. I think I'm going to need 3 of them. Yeah, we're going to need 3 10K coolant cells. So we got to make the coolant. That's what this does. We can pump water into it with the lapis dust in this slot, or you can use distilled water. Regular water uses 8 lapis dust and distilled water uses 1. So obviously if you can make distilled water, that's better, but I don't really want to get that involved right now, just because that's a little advanced for where we are at the moment. So I'm just going to fill this guy up. And you don't need a hammer to pick it up anymore, the crescent hammer. But you do need a crescent hammer to change the mode from input to output. So if we whack this thing with the hammer, we just put water in our machine. If we put the cells here and some lapis dust in the middle, we got some progress going. It should fill the cell with what we need to fill it with. Yes. If you don't have cells, it'll fill this tank, and then you can either pump the liquid out or use the fluid ejector. I found these in the last episode or right after. The ejector upgrade or fluid ejector, it'll automatically eject an item from... Ooh, I need to stop this. It'll automatically eject fluid or solid items to the first available inventory. So I thought, hey, I'll be smart. I'll put a macerator next to a powered furnace. Well, what happened was the macerator put the stuff in the furnace, and then there was a chest on the other side. Well, this furnace ejected the items back into the macerator. So it's better to use with a chest or something rather than putting the machines straight next to each other. We may work that out in the future. But we're going to need to make some more cells. Let's put that right in front. We'll move our crafting table. I'll clean this up a little later. I just want to get the overclocker made. So we can look at recipes in here, and I want to know how to make 10 item casings. I think you might have to go to the plate before the casing, just like you do with the hammer. Extruding is for, oh, yeah, okay. This is the recipe I saw. So if we make 10 plates, we can make 1 plate into 3 cells, which is a lot better than the way we were doing it before. So let me get some tin, and we'll just finish off our hammer since we won't be using that anymore. And we'll go ahead, and I think I'm on the right mode. And this machine doesn't take as long as the macerator does. Neither does this machine, for whatever reason. Yeah, sweet. This is actually a better deal, because you need 3 of those cells to make the thing. So that's a way better deal. So we have plenty of cells in here now. I'll just put all of them in there. When I was talking about, oh man, it didn't put it in. It didn't put it in there. I want it in the cell. There we go. That's really weird. One is a coolant cell, the other is a universal fluid cell with IC2 coolant in it. I doubt these will work. I bet that one does. That kind of sucks. So I think if we do this, and then I think it was 10 plates around it, right? Yeah, so these are not going to work. This one, however, will. If I could pick up my plates. So there's a 10K coolant cell. It's very, very frustrating sometimes because that really should have worked. So let me get some more lapis dust, and then we'll make our other 2. We'll get our overclocker, and we'll see what the speed difference actually is. I mean, it says it decreases the time to 70%, so it's about, what, a third faster? Increases power consumption 160%, so that's, I don't know, 2 point something EU, maybe 3.2-ish, I don't know. So let me get a couple more of these actual coolant cells, not the universal fluid cell with IC2 coolant in it. Yeah, that one worked too. I'll be right back, guys. Well, what do you know? I took the universal fluid cells. I emptied them into this open blocks tank. If I click on it, I got coolant cells out of it. So there is a workaround, though. Those universal fluid cells, not a huge fan. So it turns out we actually did need the metal former. No big deal. Everything is okay. We're going to need just one more lapis dust, but we can go ahead and make our overclocker right now to speed up that process. So there is this, and this. We need 2 of these and a circuit in the middle. We put it in there. Is it even noticeable? I don't know. I got some spiders coming by for a visit. Let's see how fast that thing is moving. It may or may not be noticeable. I'm probably going to make at least one more, maybe two, because that thing is just too slow on its own. So I'm going to do that, and I'm not really sure how long I've been at this because this is 3 clips on their own. So is there anything else we can do? Oh, we can make the coke oven real quick. That's not a problem. I've got bricks around here somewhere. 2 bricks. Let me get rid of some of these ingots. That's it, huh? Alright, we'll put all this junk in here. And I'll get back to it in a little while. So we're going to need sand, and I forget if it's 5 sand and 4 bricks or the other way around. There it is, and what do we need? I think we need 26 of these things, since it's hollow. Hopefully I have enough. I think I need just a little more sand. Yep, there we go. And we're just going to put it in the corner right here. Pow, there it goes. So we're going to use blocks of coal. Assuming I can hold 9. We'll just put a stack, and that'll give us a stack of coal coke blocks. So we'll throw those in there. It's going to take a really long time, which is one of the reasons I need a chunk loader. The other is I've got the Botania stuff over there generating mana, and it takes a long time in the beginning. So as soon as I find blaze rods, I can make some more things I need to make, and I'm going to need a lot of mana for that. So we're going to end up with, like I said, the coke blocks, and then we're going to have creosote oil as well. So it'll take a while to get anything out of this. So I'm not going to worry about auto feeding it or auto exporting anything from it at the moment, but we will have to figure out some sort of a solution for that in the future. So I think that's going to do it for this episode, guys. As usual, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.